welcome Taurus Gemini to your end of the month reading for February. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, I hope you hit that big old like button. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on. Best messages coming out for the end of the month. And guys, please, please, if you could and you really like this video, please hit that big like button. It really helps for my analytics. Keeps us up at, at a higher page. Keeps us on the board somewhere, right? Okay, guys, let's see what's going on. Best messages coming out for the beautiful Taurus Gemini cusp. At the end of the month, we do have that new moon on the 27th in Pisces, so it's going to be a kind of a it's going to be a time of emotions, right? But also a lot of fantasies going on. So it is a great time for manifestation. We do have a great portal coming out on 228 as well. So yeah, you want to use that portal. That's a big portal coming out for your wishes to come true. So I might do a short for that one as well. But I will be going live for the new moon. Okay, so let's see what's going on with you guys. It looks like there's some kind of challenge, standing your ground, some kind of competition that you feel that you're in at this time. You may even feel like somebody is trying to defeat you or you feel defeated. There's a little bit of emotional loss here, feeling drained. Could be a love situation or something that you are passionate about is just not going your way. It feels like you are doing a lot of hard, heavy carrying over here and feeling a little burned out. Feeling like you are not getting your rewards, but really standing your ground to do so. So even though you have maybe, and if it's a love situation, there could be some distrust and disharmony within this love situation. So there could also be some broken communication. It does say that it is a time now for letting go, pausing, and surrendering for you to get the bigger picture to the situation. So whatever it is that's going on within your situation, my friends, it is time to take deep insights for that change. Release so that you can, so that you can go forward. Right now, it just feels like you're very unfocused, maybe even feeling like you're not sure which direction you're supposed to push yourself into. You may even have someone around you that you distrust because they have disregard for consequences when it comes to this relationship. Okay, so it just feels like, you keep stepping on my toes, right? But and then thinking I'm going to come back for the situation. That's just not going to happen. There is an unpredictable turnaround coming, though, for you. It's just something that you're not aware of at this time. Okay. So right now it just feels like there's something that's going on, but you're not seeing the bigger picture to the situation. You could be so much confusion. And, when we have our emotions are high, our intelligence is low, so it's hard to focus on the bigger picture when we're feeling stuck in a situation, and especially when you're so exhausted. There's a lot of exhaustion here. It feels like you have been working and putting out a lot of hard work, just not feeling like you're getting anywhere. For some of you, there is a disagreement going on, and it's also talking, though, about, avoiding any kind of conflict. For some of you, it's just in your mind as well. It could be, mind over matter type of situation where you're not feeling like you're getting toward your victory and your success, where your dreams are coming true. For a lot of you, it feels like it's such on the back burner from your mind right now that it feels like maybe I'll never get there. Maybe I'm never going to make this. Yeah. So too busy worrying on the Three of Cups, you can't see the Two of Cups, but there's something unpredictable coming that we're going to look at in just 1 second. If you are dealing with a person, though, I am going to get in here for just 1 second, kind of see what they are doing. If it's just, me pushing out everything and not getting my rewards, we will also look at that. So let's look at what they have to say. You might feel like they're hiding something from you. They're too silent. There's been a misunderstanding and you feel like maybe you're withdrawing or maybe they have withdrawn. So it does look like there's going to end up a no contact within the end of the month here. Too many inner feelings going on. You may even feel like there's a little codependencies, which is causing some insecurities or caused by insecurities. There is a desire to want to reconcile and maybe even make amends for the situation, but it just right now there's too much scattered energy. There's too much frustration and anger for the two of you to actually come together. But Spirit says that, there will be a time when you do come back together, that there will be more control. But right now, it's just about recognizing where they have hurt you, and trying to figure out what you're going to do. So there is some delays at this time. Okay, there's a lack of motivation for the two of you to get back together at the end of the month because it's just too much going on. So if it's just you and your success and you are just fighting the good fight over here, let's just see what we have. Because we do have something unexpected. We will look at that in just a second. In fact, let's go ahead and pull a card so we see what we don't see coming in the near future. We'll make it into a type of a surprise over here. I'm going to put that card right here. That will be our surprise card. Don't know what it is. I'm going to actually be surprised too. This is soul searching for the situation, digging deep for the options, but yet avoiding anything that seems like it's going to hurt you. Feeling like you're not getting your wealth, not getting what it is you need, but there is a lot of self-entrapment over here for you. This could be a lot of disappointments. It could even be an overactive imagination. It's kind of crazy though, because that Neptune in Pisces could give you a little bit of an overactive imagination. But that would just be more like self-sabotage in its own way, because that would be, I'm thinking of the worst. But remember, 90% of the time, the worst never happens. Only that 10% will actually happen. So this is just where you're telling yourself, oh my gosh, everything's going to die. Oh my gosh, this is never going to get paid. Oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? So that's that fluid negative energy that's coming from your restrictions of the Eight of Swords, keeping yourself in your mind through the manipulation. But what we don't see coming is that, that unpredictability, which is right here at the Knight of Swords. So something unpredictable is happening. It's just something that you can't see coming. So we do have a what we don't see coming. So let's look and see what we don't see coming here is movement, choices, and decisions. Nice. So there is in the near future going to have some movement, choices, and decisions that you're going to need to make. As we are finally out of Mars retrograde. Woohoo! And the Taurus piece of you, unless you are Taurus itself, but the Taurus, that is, if you guys are Taurus, that is your 12th house of Aries, Mars, and that gives out that, overwhelming, piece of the unconscious. So it is like that kind of test of what are you going to do? So you might be feeling that a lot as well. That could have also been one of your setbacks from feeling like you can achieve anything when it comes to money and just regular personal things. Not so much partnerships, but personal. But it also could be partnerships as well. But it's usually on a personal basis because it's the part of the unconscious that you are learning through. So over here, it's talking about movement, choice, and decisions of the confusion and the chaos, getting that inner clarity and rethinking certain situations as the clouds are going to start being lifted for you. Wow, I love that. So finally, the clouds are going to lift. You're going to find this moderation and being able to find things that are sensible with, whether it's in this love situation, whichever situation is yours, maybe it's even 2 in 1, but you will definitely start figuring out what the purpose of the whole situation was. It's almost like everything's going to come together and you're going to feel more at peace for your personal goals. But yeah, you might want to still kind of be kind of in a hidey hole a little bit over here towards Gemini. You might be feeling like you're still kind of playing it safe, kind of playing it from the background, right, as you're making these moderate moves forward. Yes, because you might feel like, this expectation, you don't want to have high expectations to what's going on. So Spirit says, don't have high expectations for everything to just move like, like lightning over here fast, because it's not. It's a moderate move. It's something that is getting your attention. You're starting to, not be fogged out, not have this confusion anymore. So don't, put yourself into a place like, everything should be fine now. It's all over. Mars retrograde's over. Everything's fine. No, it's It's one of those things that says, look at what's going on. It's just going to keep that hope and calm and faith within yourself that everything is going to smoothly come back together right for you, the way it should be, the way you're supposed to have. There it is. Having that overall kind of celebration, collaboration, but your creativity and everything's coming back around where you're going to feel more positive within the powerful three within yourself, mind, body, and soul. We see it within the Three of Cups. So it's saying, I'm just getting myself back to where I don't feel so overwhelmed, where I don't feel like I'm in this challenge mode anymore. But it is going to take some time, but I am going to sit in my quiet power. Love that. That's that beautiful air energy of that Gemini coming in for you that's saying, you know what? I'm just going to sit over here in my quiet power and just know my truth. Find my truth, know my truth, and find my emotional control. So now you're going to be able to, control those emotions, not being so high and all over the place, right? Absolutely. There it is again, Gemini again. So really bringing in that air energy of yourself to really clear those boundaries and get, any direct communication out that you need, putting yourself back into your throne. Okay. So that's where you're going, and that's where you're going to start moving into, this is where you're going to start moving into March. Okay, so this is where you're going to feel like, okay, everything's going back around the way it's supposed to be. I'm getting back to my intuition. So now as your logical thinking is coming in, your intuition is starting to come back in the way it should be coming back in, where you're really going to be able to see the bigger picture for the Ace of Pentacles. And then feeling like, oh my gosh, everything's coming back around. And I finally feel like I have this opportunity that's sitting before me to be able to fix these things, see these things for what they really are, and really get myself back into a place of power, my own personal power, right? So very beautiful. So let's grab a couple of money cards over here. Limitations. Yes. And it does show you have a lot of limitations over here with that confusion. Fear and doubt limit freedom of action. Let go of your worries. Oops. Foresight. Pay attention to things that are important to ensure wealth. Be farsighted and alert. Love it. Okay, and then you have star power. Become an influence of the company and earn fame, popularity, step into the spotlight. We see that with the star over here, where it feels like you're starting to feel like you're back to normal. You're back in that kind of spotlight of yourself, right? And this is a love situation. Use the Romeo and Juliet cards. For the love situation, it does say independence and inner strength, bringing back your inner strength the way it should be, saying, I say I love you. Okay, and seek, search, encounter, and chase, the wooing, and pacify, reassurance, persuasion, clarify, and identify. So there could be some reconciliation for sure as we're coming back to some kind of reassurance. And, even if it's not a reconciliation so much in the near future over here, because it shows there is none here, it could just be pacifying the situation, coming to whatever conclusion, but it's going to be like a compromise, right? We're going to compromise this. Reconciliation does not mean, guys, that we have to be back together. I mean, I think that's the biggest mistake that people make, is that when I say reconcile, that does not mean that we have to be lovers again. That does not mean that we're, that, and taking them back. A lot of people think that that's what it is, and that's not what reconciliation means. What it means is we're resolving a conflict. We're coming to, a place where we can put that behind us. Okay, that's that. Whether or not you guys are staying together as a couple is one thing, but reconciling just means we're forgetting about the hatred. We're just not battling anymore. We're going to let go of that past and let it go. I see it so many times that people see this reconciliation and they tell me, we're not reconciling. I'm not going to bring them back into my life. And I'm like, that's not what that means. That means I'm not going to let you worry. I'm not going to worry about your shit anymore. I'm letting it go. It does not mean that I have to take you back as my lover. It means I'm going to resolve this conflict. We're going to come to a compromise. I'm going to tell you I'm done, or yes, we're going to be love. You know, it's just like kind of a forgiveness thing. It's a reconciliation. We're not going to fight anymore. You know, a lot of reconciliations are, okay, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore, but I don't want to fight with you anymore either. We're going to go separate ways. And the majority of most reconciliations, a lot of them are that way. Unless you're married, that just means we're going to let go of this shit, this past, and we're going to keep going forward. Okay, so let's not get that confused. I see so much confusion. I don't know who's confusing them on this piece, but a lot of people are very confused about that. Creativity, creative expression, trust your vision. The records. Remember why you came. Be bold for your legacy. I love that because you have the legacy right here. It's saying you're going to step back into your power of your legacy, why I'm here and what I need to accomplish. Okay? Beautiful reading, guys. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.